The ramp hasn't dropped yet, but the shooting has already started. Machine gun fire rips across the water so close you feel it in your teeth. The landing craft shudders. Metal screams. Salt spray hits your face and mixes with diesel fumes, and something coppery in the air you don't want to name. Your hands are slick on your rifle. You don't remember them shaking, but they are. The strap cuts into your shoulder. The pack drags you down. Someone beside you is whispering a prayer. Someone else is throwing up over the side like he's embarrassed to do it loudly. You try to swallow. Your mouth is dry as paper. The boat slows. A bullet slams into the ramp. Then another. Then another. You stare at the metal like you can will it to stay closed. You are 19 years old. That thought doesn't feel like it belongs to you. 19 was supposed to mean something else. Back in Ohio, it meant summer air and cicadas buzzing in the trees. It meant standing in your driveway at night thinking the world was wide and waiting. It meant maybe heading west someday, maybe building something of your own. You never pictured this. The hull scrapes sand. The coxswain lifts his fist. The ramp is about to drop. June 6, 1944, Omaha Beach. The ramp slams down. Light floods in, harsh and blinding, and the world explodes. The first man in front of you steps forward and vanishes. Not slowly, not dramatically, just gone. Go! Go! Someone shoves you. Your boots hit the ramp. For a split second, you freeze. The beach is right there, close enough to see the flashes from the bluffs, close enough to feel the bullets slicing the air. Another shove. You run. The water is violent cold. It steals your breath the moment it hits your legs. Your pack drags you down. The rifle feels like stone. Sand shifts under your boots. A body floats past your knee, face down. You don't look. Bullets snap overhead. Water jumps in sharp little splashes around you. A man to your left jerks and collapses into the surf without a sound. You keep moving because if you stop, you'll think. And if you think, you might never move again. When your boots finally hit firmer sand, you dive behind a steel obstacle half buried in the beach. Your lungs burn. Your heart feels like it's trying to punch its way out of your chest. The beach is chaos. Smoke crawling low. Men crawling lower. Some not moving at all. Jenkins drops beside you. Freckles, Georgia. The kid who showed you a photo of his little sister on the ship. His face is gray. "We're not supposed to be here," he says. You don't answer. 30 yards ahead is a seawall. Real cover. Between you and it, the sand is boiling under gunfire. A sergeant crawls past screaming for men to move. You look at Jenkins. He looks at you. You both know. You move. You vault up and sprint. Sand explodes near your boots. Something whips past your ear like a furious insect. You trip over a body and slam into the ground. Air leaves you in a violent rush. Get up. You crawl the last few yards and crash into the seawall. Men are packed behind it, pale and shaking. One is clutching a photograph like it's a lifeline. An officer shouts over the noise. "We're pinned. We take those guns, or we die here." The words land heavy and simple. You check your ammo. Jenkins is breathing too fast. "Look at me," you say. He does. "We move together." He nods. A handful of you gather. No speeches, no glory. Just a quiet decision. The officer points toward a torn section of wire up the slope. "There. You go." The climb is worse than the run. Dirt instead of sand now. The closer you get to the bluffs, the louder the guns feel. You move in bursts, diving into shallow depressions. Your lungs burn. Sweat runs down your spine despite the cold. An explosion slams into the earth nearby and throws you sideways. And your ears ring. When you blink the world back into focus, you see Jenkins on the ground. He isn't moving. You crawl to him and roll him over. There's a hole in his chest. You press your hand against it like pressure can fix anything. "Stay with me," you whisper. His eyes are open. Then they aren't seeing you anymore. Something inside you shifts. There's no time to break. You let go. You move. Anger carries you the rest of the way up. A corporal named Hayes pulls you into a shallow crater. "We're going up," he says. You nod. There's a narrow path toward a bunker. It's not safe, it's just less exposed. Halfway up, a German soldier appears at the ridge. He sees you. You see him. He looks young, terrified. You both raise your rifles. For a fraction of a second, you hesitate, because you see his face, not his uniform. Then you pull the trigger. He disappears backward out of sight. You don't look for where he lands. The bunker is close now. A machine gun spits fire toward the beach. Hayes shoves a grenade into your hand. You pull the pin. 1, 2, you throw. The explosion punches smoke out of the bunker mouth. The machine gun stutters, stops. You rush forward. Inside, smoke clings to the air. A body slumps over the gun. Another soldier groans in the corner, wounded. He reaches toward you. Your rifle is aimed at his chest. He's bleeding, frightened, human. Your finger tightens. Hayes shouts to clear the position. You lower the rifle, not because you're heroic, because something in you refuses to carry one more ghost. You step past him. Outside, the ridge begins to fall quiet. The beach below doesn't look safe, just different. Men are moving forward, instead of just dying in place. Hours blur. You drag ammo. You step over bodies. You keep expecting Jenkins to appear beside you, making some dumb joke about how this wasn't in the brochure. He doesn't. By evening, the firing in your sector thins. The tide rolls in and out, washing over steel and sand as if it can erase what happened. It can't. You sit against broken concrete and pull the damp letter from your pocket. Dear Mom. You can't read past it. Night falls. You dig a shallow hole with Hayes and another kid named Miller. The earth smells almost like home, and that almost breaks you. In the darkness, every sound feels like a threat. At some point, you hear a weak voice in the grass. A whisper. Wasser? Bitte? You raise your rifle. A shadow crawls toward your position. A young German soldier, bleeding, helmet gone. He lifts a shaking hand. Bitte, Hayes whispers. If he's here, there could be more. Your finger rests on the trigger. You remember Jenkins. You remember the boy on the ridge. The German lifts a photograph in trembling fingers. A family, maybe. He looks no older than you. If you let him go, he might come back with others. If you shoot him, he dies alone in the dark. Your throat tightens. You lower the rifle slightly. Stay down, you whisper. You pull out your canteen and extend it. For a second, you think he might lunge. He doesn't. He drinks carefully, hands it back. Danke, he whispers. Then he crawls away into the night. Hayes stares at you. You're lucky, he says. Maybe. Or maybe luck stopped mattering this morning. Sleep doesn't come. Every time your eyes close, you see the ramp dropping. You hear the gunfire. You feel the cold water climb your body. At dawn, orders come. You move inland through hedgerows and broken fields that look peaceful until you see the craters and scattered gear. You realize something as you walk. Yesterday you thought courage meant charging forward. Now you know it's smaller than that. Courage is standing up after watching your friend die. Courage is not pulling the trigger when you don't have to. Courage is carrying the weight and moving anyway. Later, you sit beneath a tree and stare at your hands. They're scraped raw, still trembling. You try to picture your driveway back in Ohio. It feels far away, like a photograph from someone else's life. You pull out the letter again and add one line beneath, Dear Mom, I made it to shore. You stop there, because you don't know how to explain the rest. The rest is the sound of the ramp dropping. The rest is Jenkins' surprised eyes. The rest is a whispered bitte in the dark. You fold the letter and tuck it against your chest. Men around you adjust straps, check rifles, light cigarettes with shaking hands. You rise with them. Your legs feel fragile. Your chest feels tight. But you move, because the war doesn't care that you're 19. because there is no going back to the driveway on Maple Street. There is only forward. And somewhere behind you, the tide keeps coming in and going out, as if it can wash away what it took. It can't. Neither can you.